Hello and welcome in another video. So I'll let you guys guess what I'm going to talk about here with the picture, though the video is going to have the description. So we add a 3-inch lift kit on a Gen2 Toyota 4runner. Between year, this is a 95 last year, but this is going to be the same from 89 all the way to 95. So it's so simple. They're like 5 on each side, 5 spacers. I'm gonna go ahead and tell you the adjustment that you need to do in order to get this to work. So of course, one important thing is you're gonna put your jack on the body, on right by that rear tire there. For a reason is gonna be that's almost the center of gravity. Thinking that the cab is heavier in the back, lighter in the front, less material in the front. You're gonna wiggle it a little bit sometimes because if it's rusty and sticky to the frame, part of it is that's something. What I've done is none of that thing I've seen around with people. I put 2 jacks, one on this side, one on the other side, lift the whole cab up. Kind of really harder doing it that way. You gotta lower the other end sometimes to lift this end more, and when you do that you gotta be careful from it moving. So every time you put a spacer, just get a bolt and get it a little bit hand tight, so your body is not rocking to the right or the left. So let's go ahead and talk about what we need to do. So first of all, I'm going to talk about the steering column. You're going to have to disconnect the steering column from where? After you guys remove the air intake duct and filter box, and you're going to be able to access the steering column. You can see a shiny part there. That's the spacer that I add to it. But before starting lifting the car, you take this 12mm, take it off, and just get a Gen2 screwdriver, and then try to wiggle it, get it loose, and spray some penetrating oil. And then as you are moving you lifting the cab, wiggle this with your hand a little bit. It will go out easy. Eventually at the end, myself, I disconnected it from, not that one here, I actually disconnected it from the inside too, and I pulled it all off just to avoid any issue. As you can see, there's something missing from it too. The rack joint has a plastic cover. I don't know where I put it, but it's like a piece of plastic around it. I took it off for any reason of binding and hitting this side while I'm driving. So I know that thing has a reason to be there around the rack joint protecting it. So after doing the thing too, you can see how the motor, this is a 3-inch. This is actually, I kind of regret doing it because it's always better to do 2 inches. See how low that motor, the top of the motor is from. I mean, it kind of exposed all the heating hoses in the back and everything. So another thing is you're gonna have to do, it's easy job, making your job easier, take the shroud off. And then of course I got it off anyway, and you're gonna lower the radiator, and the reason for lowering the radiator is so it just line up with the fan. And also you want to be done, so you want to be loose before you're doing anything so the hoses doesn't leak. Mine is in a rough shape. I'm gonna remove it, but it still have all the antifreeze and everything. And a matter of fact, it's loose. It's super loose. So the lift kit from eBay, from 4runner.com, I guess. I got it on eBay though. It comes with these spacers, so kind of didn't like that thing. To be honest with you, I didn't follow any instruction, but what made sense to me, I put it there. It looks like you can put it here, you can put it on the inside. I just figured I'd put it here. It's something easy to inspect and see. But what happened is the bolt that I have, it's actually, after doing the job, this is too big. to fit in that hole. And the splines kind of end in the center here. And all you need to do is you need to drill a little bit out of this, which I'm not doing. I'm going to add a bolt and a nut, which is really stupid, but there's no way on earth this is going to come off. Too much of pressure coming from here, and it's tight from the other end. There's no reason, unless you're in an accident, there's no any reason for this to come off. But still, I'm going to put a nut and bolt on it. If you see the threads on this side, and this kind of hex bolt have to go from the inside, from the other side, actually doesn't go in. It doesn't penetrate because this kind of thing they're selling with the kit doesn't really match our steering column. This is made in Japan. The number of our you cannot really see it, but it starts with J. So, I don't know, but the ones are made in the US. So you get these 4 of them. Just get the bolts down and then you're good. So let's talk about what's underneath the car. Let's scroll underneath and take a look. I'm pretty sure it's gonna go underneath on the other side. But so, what else? It's very important to know. Also, if you have the kit for a regular automatic transmission or just a manual transmission. So if you're a manual transmission, you're gonna have to extend the shifter link, and all you have to do is just remove it from the top, and as it drops down while you're lifting the body, you're gonna have to weld a piece of metal to it. You can get a little bit you can get creative with it. The transmission, when it's automatic, it's actually very easy. Here there is the transmission cable, and there are two 12mm, as I remember. Just take them off. There's these studs are on that end, and this end goes to inside the car. Sorry, this end actually goes to the shifter. Sorry about that. And this one, as you can see, this one goes straight to the shifter. So what you need to do, just put them on after getting the job done, put them back on, and you can see you're not gonna struggle at all. Put them a little loose, and then if you have a problem shifting, just get them loose and adjust them. Okay, that's the automatic transmission cable, shifter cable. I honestly did not fail with the parking brake, and I don't really think it's a problem because I've never seen anybody really talking about it. But here's the, if you are a 4-wheel drive vehicle, you're gonna have the this part, the transfer case shifter linkage. That's the shifter there on that end, and if you see this end here, follow it up, it goes to the shifter in there. Okay, so before doing anything about the lift, the body lift, you take these two 12mm bolts that holds the thing off, and I actually took that thing off too. I'll be honest, I think it's a good idea to take it off, and it was a good idea because now it's not reaching. It's reaching, it's working, it is working. So now I'm going to be a little bit creative, and I'm going to go ahead and try to find a solution on how I'm going to be linking these two, this thing back in here. You're going to have to use a spacer. The kit that I bought was for a manual transmission, so it's not going to include any spacer. One of the quick solution I thought about is using two long bolts from here all the way to there, and then put some nuts on them. So that's the temporary thing until we cut a piece of metal and do holes in it and then weld it to each other to make it as a spacer, like a drop down for our linkage. So that's something else you need to consider. So let's check something else here. Right, during the process, there's a lot happening around, but during the process, so you really realize what you're coming to. I had this get busted, the brake line, and I put this rag around it. I cleaned it with water, and I put some oil on it so the thing doesn't get corroded with the brake fluid. So I'm gonna have to fix that. It's easy to fix, but something else to consider. You can really wiggle these. I know it's just coiled that way for this application. I don't know why Toyota did that, but it's really smart and genius to see something like this. You can actually, while you are lifting the cab, you can pull this down. And the only reason I ran into this because I used the very long 3-inch spacers. But honestly, 3 inches is really good and a fair kind of deal to have, because it's really stand out and makes a huge difference. Other than that, I don't really see anything get pinched or pulled tight. Of course, when you do the process, make sure you disconnect the battery. I'm going to show you this thing they always talk about when you're on the fuel door. So you're also going to have to make sure that your fuel door, the fill hose is not really damaged. Honestly, lucky with this. It didn't really damage anything, but in most cases it might cause anything, because as you can see, the fuel tank is going to be in the bottom. So far the car starts and everything, but I still have to get the steering column thing done. Figure out something about the transmission is easy, but the transfer case, and it's also that's easy. As you can see from here, you can actually spot them spacers. The back two ones. In order to do that too, you're gonna have to, since these doors are closed, of course you're gonna have to take that thing off. I got too much to sit in the back. You're gonna take everything in the interior in the way. Just take the thing off. I left this on because I got one rusted bolt in. I thought about drilling it, but got too much going on right now. You got that one from the front, in the back here. Got more shit in here too. You can see this one here, and you can see the other one there. And actually, that's the part that I was talking about going on the steering column. Well, I hope this video gives you a really good idea about what you may run into as you do a body lift kit. I cannot complain about it. It really looks good. The wheels, they're gonna have more space to really get bigger ones. They look way smaller now. This is only the body lift. I'm still gonna go work on a suspension lift. I just figured to make the video too. Of course, remember that there is also the front bumper is bolted here to the frame, so you're gonna have to have this to. You can really cut pieces of metal and then just drill them 3 inches higher, but that's too much also. But the kit, it comes with the spacers, brings everything with it. I'm pretty sure on 4runner.com there is all the directions you need. I figured I didn't see a lot about Gen2 on YouTube. I figured I'd put this video. Hope this was helpful, and put a thumbs up and subscribe if you like seeing more videos like this.